Hello and welcome to the Fire Them Cannons Arsenal podcast. I'm Cal and I'm here with Anton. And today we have a lot of stuff to talk about, but the main thing we want to talk about today is stupidity or cowardice. Our in-depth review of the game that we just witnessed, Arsenal versus Manchester City at home. We're going to get into the tactics of the game and get into the whole Mikel Moreno situation and what really went down and what's really happening, and have a dialogue concerning what's really going on there, because there've been a lot of surface level discussions here, and I think there's a lot of myths concerning what happened, and we're going to get into it. But before we get into it, I please remind you to like the video, as it helps support the channel, and subscribe if you want to see more. How's it going, Anton?
Yeah, good. Had a couple days to let that all sink in. I think it was the very first time in my career of doing YouTube that all of a sudden I was a little bit on the Arteta outside of the conversation. Although I'll never use those words in a decisive sort of way until maybe the end of the season. I've always said that's kind of my view on the year is let's see how it plays out, and if we win something, I'm sticking with him. If we don't, and if we don't because of reasons like we saw this weekend, you might see a different version of me. I'm good, man. I'm good.
You're an honest guy. You're not you don't have an agenda. You're not just Arteta in no matter what or Arteta out no matter what, and this is why we kind of vibe together, and why we started the channel as well, is because we have balanced takes, or at least we want to, and we want to analyze the football. And even though I'm a little bit on the negative side, you're a little bit more on the positive side, I don't think we have personal agendas that we need to be fulfilled, So, yeah.
At least when it comes to our club, I've got personal agendas when it comes
to let's keep it a buck. I don't like Chelsea.
Oh yeah, you made that very, very clear today, my friend. You made that very clear. For anybody those who don't know what we're talking about, go check out the Football Terrace. This is actually this show is basically like, very much linked to the Football Terrace. And Cal was on one of his Terry's big shows, which was Six-Side, and he took his opportunity to take shots at Chelsea at every possible turn, really. So
Yep. Well, I'm being honest. I think Chelsea's overrated, but Chelsea's not the topic of the conversation today. We need to get into it.
We do.
And what went wrong? What are some of the things that you liked or didn't like? But let's address the elephant in the room, Anton. What were your initial feelings when you saw Mikel Moreno and Trossard on the lineup? Well, how did you really feel about that?
Okay, so this is my real feelings, and sometimes I've learned, because in the past, this is me maturing as a human. In the past, I used to see the lineup and I would get really angry and kind of moody and grumpy. And I would be grumpy in my family group chat, my brother and my dad, who both watch Arsenal, and they're very, very, very much pro Arteta guys. And I remember, I'll give you an example. A couple of years ago, we started the season and Gabriel was on the bench, and we had Thomas Partey at right back and Jakub Kivior, I believe, starting.
I remember that.
We ended up drawing with Fulham, right? And from the start of it, was we're not, even though it was Fulham, right? We're not winning this game. He set us up to fail. And sometimes now, I look at the lineup this way, and I'm in the back of my head, I'm feeling that way a little bit. But I'm also let's just see how this works out. Because maybe this is on the back of the other day when I was very critical mid-game of him bringing on Martinelli, and the subs that he was making mid-game. And I'm sort of look, I'll just kind of see how this works out. But this is my initial real thought if I was tactical and I was looking at it. I had no problems with Leandro Trossard in the starting lineup. Leandro Trossard, let's not forget, he is a very good player and he's been a great servant for Arsenal Football Club. it was more Mikel Moreno in the middle. And my reasoning for that is this is the third time he's tried this combination of midfield. No times with that combination midfield on the pitch has it produced goals. And that is my concern. Like, we needed to, in this game, take the initiative and take it to Man City. Man City were in a weak spot, and we were at home. It was the way I view the Premier League, and I made this very clear. When you're in these big clashes, the team that's at home is the team with the responsibility. The team is at home is the team that is more likely to be more upset with a draw.
Pace setters.
The pace setters. And I looked at Pep's lineup and I looked at Arteta's lineup, and I'm like, did Arteta look at Pep's lineup? Because he was out there for the taking. Like, he was like, and I'm like, what are you doing? And what confuses me even more is when he goes in his post-match press conference and he backs that and goes, oh, that was I don't know what your problem is. That was the best possible combination I could have put together in midfield.
Is that what he said? I didn't.
He
I
said
didn't
that.
listen.
He said that was the best possible team I could have put out.
Yeah.
And like, for me, again, if you put Eze, this is where, and we'll talk. I'm going to ask you the same question back. But if you put Eze instead of Marino, I'm perfectly okay with the lineup. Like, Trossard on the left, like, you saw how he was able to. He's able to create well from the left. Like, if somebody other than Eze was going to be on the left, Trossard's my guy at the moment. And I don't think Trossard, by the way, played poorly at all. But Mikel Marino, not only should he not have started, his performance this time around was dreadful. He did nothing. And for the fact that we had so much possession, we wasted 45 minutes because of, with that possession, which we had, I believe, everybody can correct me, but I believe we had 80% possession by halftime. And we did absolutely nothing with it, except for one chance from Madueke that was saved by Donnarumma.
Yep.
What are your thoughts, Cal?
Well, to be honest, this Mikel Moreno midfield thing that keeps happening is probably one of the most frustrating things. I don't know why. I feel like every single season that we play, we have Arteta does one of these things where he's trying some weird thing that doesn't work. 2 seasons ago, it was Havertz in the midfield, which didn't work, that he kept forcing, which ruined the first half of the season. Last year, it was Partey right back, which just never worked, but he kept forcing the issue. This season, it seems to be Mikel Moreno in that left 8, right 8 position /10, and so that doesn't work. And also, I also hated the fact that Trossard started on the left because Eze wasn't in the team. If he started Trossard on the left and Eze as the where Moreno was, I would have been okay with Trossard. But there was literally no reason to have Eze on the bench against that Manchester City side. That it's like Eze is one of the best players that we have in transition because his assists that he did against Gyökeres as well is one of those transition assists that we had, where a ball over the top. So, like, it doesn't make any sense. It's extremely frustrating. And the weird thing for me with this Mikel Moreno business is the fact that he doesn't provide anything defensively, really, and he doesn't provide anything offensively in the midfield. All he really does is kind of crash into the box and score goals, which is, I'm happy with him doing that as a sub, or maybe he'll work if we used him as a false 9 or something, like as a 2-striker system where he's a false 9 and Gyökeres is a striker, but that's just changing completely how we play. But him in the midfield, it doesn't work. And I think also one of the reasons why we wanted to put this together as well, I think the idea that he's a defensive midfielder is just dumb because he's not. He doesn't
Mm,
help us defensively. He doesn't.
mm.
He's not tracking back. When was the last time you saw Moreno put in a hard tackle on the 18 and stop someone from scoring? It doesn't happen, because he's not that player. What Moreno is going to do is he's going to like maybe help you win headers with long balls, but he's not a defensive player. And one of the reasons I believe that Arteta picks Moreno over when Odegaard isn't here is because he doesn't trust the squad. I think it's a combination. I think Moreno is I think he's 30 now, 29, 30 years old. He's more mature.
29,
And
29.
yeah, and Odegaard, and after Odegaard, he's like one of the more senior midfielders, and he doesn't want to put Waneri in there, and he didn't want to put Eze in there because Eze is new to the team. So on the title of this video, was it Quadly or Stupid? I think stroke both, and not for the reasons everyone else thinks. I don't think it's because he wants to play defensively. I think it's because he's cowardly because he doesn't trust his squad when he should against this Manchester City team. And I think it's stupid because Moreno hasn't worked and it's not going to work. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, first of all, I'm just doing a little bit of thing because I play FIFA a lot, and I was just
Yeah,
kind of looking back on the one of the FIFA ratings websites.
yeah.
And by the way, they back you up because they have Mikel Merino as central midfield or striker, not central defensive midfield.
He's not a defensive midfielder. He doesn't
He's
do
not a
that.
defensive midfielder.
And
So
we've never played Mikel Moreno as a DM. Not once.
no, 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 no. Martin Zubimendi is a DM, and that should tip you off because they played together as a midfield partnership in
Yeah.
Sociedad. So, yeah. But look, this is where I kind of want to make a clarification on the situation in terms of the narratives coming out. If you look at the stats for the game, nothing indicates to you that Arteta sent out to play haram ball, as everyone's going to call you, or defensive.
Yeah.
How the fact that Man City's only real goal, the only thing they brought to the game, let's be honest, the only time we were threatened, came off of a counterattack which was created by Arsenal being pushed up super
Yeah.
high.
Yeah.
Tells you that Arsenal, as a 0-0 is the indication, right? Tells you that Arsenal was not coming out to defend on their own patch. This is
Yep.
why I call it stupidity, because you had the game was going to naturally move in that direction. We were going to have the ball because we were at home, and City, this is what drives me nuts. Who is Mikel Arteta? He is Pep Guardiola Jr. So why wouldn't Mikel Arteta think, hey, I'm basically managing against another version of myself today? What would I be doing away from home?
But
That's why I call it stupid, because Pep today, and again, I had to stay consistent, because when Arsenal set that way away from home, I've been okay with it. And I said, if I was a City fan, I would have been okay with the approach of today. I would have. But from our point of view, being the home side, we knew that we were going to have the fair share of the ball. So why are we putting Mikel Merino in the 10? You put Eze in the 10, and the same result happens. I actually asked Cal this question in our group chat like a few hours ago. What are you saying then? You're saying, this is what you're saying. Arsenal were, they brought it to City, but they just couldn't create the chances. They weren't able to break City down. And then you're putting more of the spotlight on Man City and being like, oh, wow, Pep went against his principles and he decided to play 0-5-5 at the back, which, by the way, happened in the final as a response to Saka and Eze coming on the pitch. And that's the thing. And again, he actually did fix his initial problem at halftime, which is why the narrative is wrong. Because for 45 minutes, Arsenal absolutely created so much. We everything looked easy. You had a shot by Zubimendi that got saved. You have a shot by Eze that got saved right off the bat. And you're like, and I even felt that point, damn, we're winning this game. Now, unfortunately, we weren't able to put like Donnarumma again, literally got in our way like he did for PSG. But you gave him an extra 45 minutes. You gave him a condensed version to be put under pressure.
If we
That's
were like that
that's
from
my
if
issue.
we
If
played
we
like
were out
that
there
from
from the
the moment,
start, we win. As a
we win.
starts, we win. That's
We
the,
win.
by the evidence that we saw.
Yeah.
That is truthful. What do you say, Cal? What's your take on
I
sort of
think,
what happened?
and I think we not only win. I don't think we probably don't concede the goal that we do. You know, because like like Moreno just Moreno just isn't that guy in that position. He's just not, and I think he also doesn't help us keep. He doesn't help us keep the ball. He's not on the ball. He like when I'm watching us ping pass the ball around Moreno. How many touches did Moreno have in that game? I'm not seeing him.
Let's take a look at the stats. Let's actually. I'm doing
Yeah,
this a lot more often now. I want to
yeah,
look at the
yeah.
facts
Because
rather
I
than
want to
guess.
see if my eye test was right. Because I'm not seeing him get
What is a good?
involved.
I'm not. What's a good website for that type of stuff like touches, individual touches?
Um, I don't know actually. I'm not, I don't really look up this stuff, you know.
Stats.
But
I'm gonna
I'll
find this.
continue. I'll continue
You
talking if you
go,
like.
and I'll
Yeah,
come back to it all later.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And you know, and I think if we put that pressure on from the start of the game, I think we keep the ball more. I don't think I think our chances are way more deadly, and I think also because they didn't score, because after they scored, they kind of they were allowed to go back into a shell. With the game at 0-0, I don't think they do the two banks of five like they did in the game. If we were attacking at 0-0, they set up in that sort of mid block thing that they were doing, and I think we get past that with Eze in there. You know what I'm saying? And even if Eze was on the left, it would have been something, because the problem I have with Trossard as well is the fact that we know that he's not a starting level left wing for us. That's why we got Madueke, and that's why we got Eze. We got them for
Yeah.
because Trossard affects the game off the bench. That's what he does. You know, that's why when we subbed him on against Bilbao, he scored. You know, it's what he does, and it seems to be what Martinelli does as well. You know what I'm saying? And
By
I
the
think,
way, we got to come
yeah,
back to this Martinelli thing
yeah.
because you, I look, I don't like to come after you, bro.
No,
But
I said he
two
wasn't going to do
podcasts
anything.
ago, I said what is going to revive Martinelli's career at Arsenal, and I said he can come on as a super sub, and you're like, I don't even think he can do that anymore.
Yeah, I
I
didn't
want to
think he
know
could do that.
your thoughts on that because now it's back to
Yeah,
back games.
yeah. But I just hope he remains as a super sub, and
By the
I just
way,
yeah.
third, so in his first match at home last season against them, obviously he was playing striker or something. He had 13 touches of the ball against Man City. Today, this weekend, he had a grand total of 8 touches
As a
against.
midfielder,
Yep.
like what are we doing? He's not in the game. We're playing with literally playing with 10 men. I'm literally watching Madueke run down that right hand side on his own with no one around him, just like what Saka used to do. He doesn't provide us anything, and Trossard isn't good enough to start. That's why we got Eze in the first place. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's like Eze had like a pretty weak game against Bilbao, and then Arteta's like, you know what? I'm just not going to use you. It's like, dude, like, why are you doing this? Like, give him a run of games. He is quality.
Mm.
He assisted the game before that. I really don't get it. I really don't understand.
Yeah, look,
It's
you know what? I was watching AFTV. Come on, Curtis Shaw. You see the clip that he said in his interview.
No, I didn't see.
Is what he said to me. I don't know if I can. Am I allowed to play that or no? I don't know. It's
I
AFTV.
think I think so. I'm not sure.
Wait, let me find this
Yeah,
because
but
I he said something, and what he said to me made total sense as to why he does this. The shorts. Wait a sec. Curtis. Gotcha. Wait. All right. I am going to screen share this. Bring it up.
yep.
Let's go. Let's do this. And let's do screen share. All right. Wait, does it not come up?
Nah, it's not sure.
Come up. Wait a second. Come on. Come on, guys. We're live. Can you behave? I think it's having an ad which you can't show.
Ah,
That's why.
you don't have premium? What are you doing, man?
Yeah. No. I wanted that's just the short. Come on. It should be
By the way,
view
case two
tab.
months out. By the way,
Is he out to? Okay, well, we can get into that now too. Because why is that not shown up on my screen?
David Ornstein posted.
Oh, because I didn't add it to the stage, you numbskull.
Yep.
There we go. This is what Curtis said. And I actually believe there's a lot of elements of truth in this.
What is the point going into the window and addressing the attack and then coming to your home ground and sitting back? Did you see Pep at the end of the game? 5-5-0, no striker on the pitch. Yeah. Haaland off, midfielders, defenders. Pep knew I can't lose 3 of my opening 5. I could be in a mess. So we should have turned up here today. We beat them 5-1 at home last season. We should have said, yo, Pep's under a lot of pressure. We can ease them slightly out of the title race. Not completely, but put Pep under a lot of pressure. When every Arsenal fan saw the lineup, you went, your shoulders dropped a little bit. He said, what? Eze, bro. We all sat, you know, when Wrighty done that thing and Eze crossed his legs, let it all work out. Oh my God, I'm going to buy the shirt. Eze 10. What, to bench him in the biggest home game so far? Benching him for what? Odegaard's out. Perfect opportunity to put him in the 10. You don't play him. Because to me, Arteta doesn't want to drop Odegaard. He's one of his favourites. He's the captain. He knows if Eze comes in today and balls out,
he's got. You think that's the reason?
Yeah, I do. Nwaneri, bro, against Leeds, comes on, we win 5-0, plays well. Drop the next game, doesn't come on. Forest, same thing, doesn't play again. And Odegaard got injured last season for 7 weeks, and Nwaneri never got a kick. He played on the right when Saka came.
So you think it's favouritism from...
I do.
What is your take on that, Cal?
I don't think it's favoritism. I think he doesn't trust them. I don't think it's or if these.
You don't think he's trying to protect Odegaard's position in the team?
No.
Because I think I agree with Curtis.
I don't think he's trying to protect Odegaard's position. I think he because he'll lose his job. Like it's not like, oh man, I don't want these guys doing too well, or else because I don't want Odegaard to be benched. I really don't think that. I think he doesn't trust the others. I think Odegaard just, first of all, Odegaard does exactly what he says all the time, and he likes that. And I think he plays Moreno because Moreno probably does what he tells him to do as well. Moreno, how many risks does Moreno take on the pitch? Literally nothing. He does fuck all. So
well,
I think
in the 9 he takes risks.
Oh no, in the 10.
Yeah.
So Nwaneri takes risks, and I think Eze is that type of player as well, and he doesn't want that type of player as a 10. He doesn't want that, especially in these big games. That's not what he prefers. and I think it's going to be his downfall.
It's looking that way.
Yeah,
It's looking that way because
yeah,
if you think about it, you think about it right now, and this is what frustrates me. Because this is why maybe for the main points, when everyone, when we're in the group chats and everyone's praising Liverpool, and I'm just always biting back, it's not necessarily because I'm in denial or about how good they are. It's just because we are better than them, in my opinion, and we could have just as better and more impressive results if it wasn't for the fact that our manager played us out of those two big important games. If Mikel Merino doesn't start against Liverpool, right? You remember how that game turns out, right?
Yeah.
The amount of position we had in the first half of that game.
Yeah. It's
and then you look at this one. We should, and I feel is in my gut after having played them both, we're better than both, and we should have beat both. And if you chain it around, right? Arsenal wins those games. The narrative, I don't know, because I guess everyone is always out to get us. But the narrative should be, wow, Arsenal have played 5 games and they're perfect, and they've beaten both of their title rivals.
Yeah.
Arsenal is unstoppable.
No, we'd be
right?
People were saying that we're going to win the league. This is the thing, right? We went into this transfer window and we spent $300 million. Well, million pounds. And we literally started the game playing with players that we were forced to use last season because of injuries. Like we started Trossard because Martinelli is off form. Like Trossard isn't supposed to start games. He's not the intent, you know? And we started Moreno because Odegaard got injured, but we have 2 quality number 10s just on the bench. That are clearly better than Moreno in the position.
Ethan and Eze start. That's what I think both of us agree.
The thing is, what really pisses me off is the fact that to start the season, I wasn't sure that if Waneri could handle that 10 position, because I wasn't really too impressed when he started there last season. I thought he was better off the right. His cameo against Leeds was perfect. He was literally doing what Odegaard did, but stayed up and allowed Zubimendi to actually.
And his cameo against Forest was even better, in my opinion.
So it's like he has the tools, he's refusing to use them, and we should be doing better. We just should. And these games that we've dropped points in, it's not unforeseen circumstances. It's nothing like that. We have the players fully healthy on the bench, and he's not doing it. And we're not asking him to do something that we haven't already seen.
And Cal, you just mentioned it because I was a bit distracted because I was trying to pull up this clip. I've got another big gripe to pull on Arteta, and I hate doing this. But I think the Madueke injury, this is why the Madueke injury happens. So I don't know why he puts himself in this position, why he puts a Madueke of all players in this position. But you've already mentioned Mikel Merino, so you've got no creativity, you got nobody extra for him to be able to kind of play off of from that there. On the other side, you got Trossard, who's having his first start of the season. And I think Trossard actually did offer something, because I would have kept him on. Like the subs I made would have been the ones that he did. But I'm moving off the point here. The point is that he gets hurt because for the last, basically since Saka has got injured, he's set it up so that Madueke is isolated and he is having to make everything all on his own. And you know what happens when you do that? When you don't have somebody to play off of, and you're just taking on defenders over and over and over and over and over again, and they know where the attack is coming from, you put a target on your back and you strain yourself.
And I think he strained himself also because I think he's genuinely trying his hardest.
Yeah.
He's genuinely trying harder than he probably did for Chelsea, because he has a point to prove. He has that chip on his shoulder, and he's starting to get the plaudits. He got that round of applause last time he was subbed off. I think that was against Forest, was it? And and
No,
I'm
it was
proud of
Leeds.
him.
Leeds. He played the
It wasn't.
full 90 against Forest.
Oh,
Didn't he?
okay. I remember one of the games he cooked. He got like a standing ovation from the
Yeah, it
fans.
was Leeds. It was Leeds
Yeah,
the first game. Yeah.
and he's starting, and he.
No, wait. Maybe you're right. Maybe
I
you're
can't.
right that it was Forest. You're right.
I can't
Yeah, I'm
remember.
sorry.
But I'm just
I'm
saying in
pretty sure
terms
it
of
was. Yes, pretty
yeah,
sure it was.
yeah.
Forest,
In
yes.
terms of so he's getting the plaudits. He wants to impose himself, and he also wants to compete with Saka for the position as well. And this injury was probably always going to happen because of how much he moves and how much we've been using him.
But
To
what
be honest,
annoys me, Cal, here is it's like we're in this cycle, right? So first of all, why is Nani playing all this time? Because Saka's hurt. So Saka's hurt. Oh yeah, we got Nani, and but we got Eze to come, right? We're fine. Okay.
yeah,
The minute Saka is back now,
yeah,
which I would want him to slowly integrate back so he doesn't re-injure himself. He's
yeah.
not going to have to fucking start on the right.
Yeah,
Giving me
the first time
play,
Saka's on the bench, literally Nani just gets injured and he's out for 2 months. The same amount of time Saka's been gone. So, yeah.
Like, what are we going to do to protect Saka now without Max? But Max is a whole other kettle of fish. Like, he's 16, he's 15 years old.
Max needs to be playing against that Carabao Cup game that we have next.
Oh, by the way, we had a disagreement on that when we were talking about Carabao Cup lineup. Max has to start.
Yeah.
Now he has to start.
Yeah, he has to start. He has to start.
Yeah.
He has to start. Because I was saying start matters, because this was before the season started. I was like, okay, you're going to be starting Saka most games, and then for these competitions we want matters, which would be the ideal situation. But Max, yeah, he has to start.
I'm not playing Saka on tomorrow or what Thursday, whatever.
But you know he is gonna.
No way.
He's gonna play, right? You know he's gonna play. Right? You know he's gonna start him, right?
Please, no.
Yeah, he is.
But you know what, Mikhail? I'm just gonna say this, and I'm being a bit emotional at the moment. And you can call me whatever you want to call me. I've seen the comments before on Terry's channel, right? Bro, Mikhail, I am literally fucking here fighting your corner every week. Stop making me look like a fucking idiot. No, I'm serious. If you're ever watching this, Mikhail, stop making me look like. If you do what Cal just said, you are making a mug out of me. I can't defend you anymore.
I think he starts. I don't think he starts Max down. He might actually do something. He might go. I think he might go Martinelli, maybe on right wing. I don't know what he's going to do.
I actually think Martinelli starts up front. Because I wouldn't play Gyökeres now either. Gyökeres got the same problem as Saka, which is like, not that he's come back from her injury, but Havertz and Jesus are not available. And I think Martinelli, both his cameos, Bilbao and City, where he's come on to win, he's actually created those goals through the middle. And one thing that City goal, I regret not talking enough about it on our post match, just because we were just really getting into the whole
that was phenomenal
of thing.
That was phenomenal.
The technique, just to know that he's just to pop this up in the air, to understand he actually has got strikers. Oh my god, he's got instinct, striker's instinct.
Yeah.
He's got a feel for it. I'd play Martinelli through the middle. He's clearly not doing it on the left. I'm starting Martinelli through the middle. I don't know. He's probably going to start Marino because he's his love child now.
Marino, I don't mind Marino up front, to be honest.
No. But the thing is that if I'm playing Martinelli against, and I think of all games he deserves to play, it's this one. He's now giving you two back-to-back winners.
I think he starts on the left. I think he doesn't start Trossard. I think he starts Martinelli on the left. I think he plays Waneri. He plays MLS.
Actually, I think he plays in Capier as well in left center back.
His first game. I don't know what he does in that right position. I actually don't know.
Well, you got Mosquera, and you got, I think, Ben White, who's
no. I'm talking about the right wing. The right wing.
It has to be Max. What other solution do you have?
I don't think
he's going to have one. It's going to shock you. He's going to do something. I made a joke earlier with
weird shit.
Marino is going to start on the right wing.
Right wing. Marino right wing. Yeah, it's gonna be some way.
But like, what else? Like, he has to. I mean, he cannot be Bukayo Saka. It
It's
cannot be.
like I'm
Bro,
it's
we have Newcastle on the weekend. We've got Ash and we've got Kane coming on our show in a few
70,
days.
like,
Do not fucking make sure. I want to make sure that Saka is not injured before then. I'm sorry.
what's gonna happen? Okay, it's either he starts Saka or there's a high if we don't score by halftime, he puts him on at halftime.
But Max Dowman is like, I can tell you right now, bro. You realize who we're playing against? We're playing against what's the name of the team again? Fuck, see, I'm disrespecting them. Port Vale. We're playing against Port
surely
Vale.
Surely he starts Max.
Surely, bruv.
Surely he starts Max against Port Vale. Come on.
We don't need Bukayo Saka to beat Port fucking Vale. I'm sorry.
If he starts Saka, well, I'm not really going to do anything. There's nothing.
I'm okay with Saka being on the bench. I understand the idea of like, hey, we want to win trophies. If this thing doesn't start off well, I need to have an emergency plan. I agree with.
Yep.
Because we need to make sure that we get out of this and we go to the next round. I think both of us have stressed that earlier when we had the Arteta podcast.
Yeah.
But start Max Dowman. It's Port Vale.
Yeah. Also, something I also want to get into this Calafiori situation.
But we're almost at 40 minutes, so just giving you.
Yeah.
The Calafiori situation, please, because actually, before you get into that, I want to big you up and lead you into this.
Yeah.
I spoke with Ash afterwards, and I wish I could have spoken about it in the podcast. But your point about Calafiori's positioning and how it doesn't work with the midfield, I've been thinking about that since. Yeah. You hit that analysis. It was perfection. So can you share with the people what you said?
Yeah, I said because Calafiori has literally the freest role in the team for whatever reason. So Calafiori isn't on the left. He's not left back most of the game. Most of the time, he's either pushing up front on the left, and most of the times, I actually don't really see him bombing down on the left as much. A lot of the times, he's literally in the midfield. Like, he's in the middle of the midfield. He's not on the left of the midfield. He's in the middle of the midfield.
Trying to be Zinchenko.
And sometimes he's on the right. We saw him chasing Madueke on the right wing, trying to overlap on the right wing. It's nuts.
By the way, that's the same problem I have right now with Timber and Madueke now as a combo too.
Yeah,
but anyway,
Timber doesn't overlap.
But Timber, no, that's the thing though. Timber does overlap, like a lot. If you look at our attacks, he's the most advanced, right? But when Madueke wants to attack the wing and Timber tries to overlap him, they're like in each other's space. Yeah. Like Saka, that's one thing. Saka doesn't necessarily attack like Madueke. Saka has the ability to hold and let Timber or a White run past so they can create a sort of cross. Madueke doesn't do that. He doesn't recognize that as an option.
He doesn't see it in the peripheral a lot of the times. You're right.
Yeah.
So Calafiori is all over the place. So Declan Rice, have you noticed that Declan Rice all season has not been really attacking at all?
Mm-hmm.
Like, when was the last time you saw?
It's a result of Calafiori.
Yeah, when was it? Like, a lot of the time, Declan Rice, what we know him for is he's really good at ball carrying. So he would take the ball and like carry the ball, or sometimes.
You know what's interesting, Cal, though?
Yeah.
In the one game that Rice did not start, which was Bilbao, actually, funny enough, Marino's playing in that position.
Yeah.
Marino actually had probably his best game. Like, and there was more of a balance with Marino and Calafiori against Bilbao. Like, it's very interesting. I think Rice, this is why, and I'm going to come back to this, and I think it's got to be time for, I don't know why it didn't happen this weekend. I don't even know why he was not on the bench in Nkapie.
Yeah.
Because this is why Nkapie fix your problems.
I want Nkapie to start now because I'm sick. Like, Calafiori, he's done okay, like he's done well, but I don't think he fits the team in terms of with that Rice.
No, he should be left center back. He should do exactly what he does for Italy.
Yeah, dude. If we just have Rice and Zubimendi do what they always do in that midfield, and we have Nkapie on that left bombing down. It's with Eze, it's just going to work. It's just gonna work.
Because Miles Lewis Kelly, by your logic, by what you were just breaking down on Calafiori, is going to have the same issue. He also Miles Lewis Kelly is like Zinchenko Jr.
Yeah,
like
but
he
Miles Lewis Kelly
in the midfield.
But Miles doesn't do it as bad as Cala though.
Yeah.
Miles still kind of stays. Like, how many times last season did Miles like literally single-handedly stop attacks? He does that a lot, and he holds the ball. But how many times we see Miles hold up the ball and he's just getting fouled because he just has that ball? He's grit, and it's like he does it, but it's not that much. Calafiori, it was fun to see for the first couple of games, but it's way too much. It's just way too much now.
I was actually funny. I was just looking at everyone's gonna laugh again. It's second FIFA reference of the day. I was looking at today just the FIFA ratings because they dropped, right?
Yeah.
You want to hear the FIFA ratings for the Arsenal team? Because it's gonna blow your freaking mind.
I play a lot of FIFA.
Yeah. Do you know what is Calafiori's
81
rating? 78.
Oh,
you want to know what Nkapie's rating is? 83.
Wow. Yeah. Well, he was yeah.
And Miles Lewis Kelly is also 78, which, by the way, big up because he was 73 at the back end of last season, and he started as 68 at the beginning of last season. And I was like, bro, you're making Arsenal weaker on FIFA. And I can't even start Lewis Kelly in FIFA. So now
I load all my career games. I just loan them out. Like you need to get your skills up.
I can at least play him in FIFA now. So thank you, EA, for that. But anyway, but that's an illustration for me that even EA Sports agrees with me that like Nkapie is literally 83. He's a starting level fucking player for the Gunners. Start him.
Why did we get him if we're not going to play him? We haven't just not playing him at all. He better start. He
played for 10 minutes against Bilbao.
Yeah, well, that's not enough.
But
I just want to see. I want to see Nkapie start. I want to see Eze on the left, and I want to see Waneri on the 10. I think we would look so good.
That's what I'm saying. That's why both of us are pissed off, Cal. Like what sort of this guy doesn't understand?
We have the tools. Imagine we have Nkapie on that left hand side. He's bombing on that left, overlapping, providing the width. We have Eze doing his thing, coming into the midfield. We also have Waneri as another creative outlet. We have, Madueke is injured now, but imagine like Saka. We have like Saka starting. I'm not against the next game, but I'm just imagining against like a good team. We have Saka starting in there. We have Gyökeres. Like
Gerd Muller award winner should drop that in there because it's
Timber. Like come on, man. Like we have the tools. Like we need to be doing more than this.
This team is so, and that is why I would say stupidity for our title.
Yeah.
Our team against Manchester City was so imbalanced. There was nothing about that lineup that worked, that made sense from a balance of a team point of view. Nothing except for your midfield. And as you pointed out, he fucked that up because Calafiori is basically spending half of his time there.
I'm telling you right now, if I see
I need the center back Saliba and Gabriel, but even that didn't work because Saliba's come back from injury. And by the way,
also Gabriel has to. Have you seen like how much Gabriel is yelling because he literally has to defend one-on-one over and over again?
Way, same. I don't want to attack our boy Quest, and I know he's probably going to watch this at some point, and he's gonna get upset. But he was trying to call out Gabriel, saying he's not a 1A center back.
Oh yeah, that's why I called
and I'm like, first of all, did you watch what happened? Because it was Saliba and Timber who had their backs and weren't tracking Haaland's run at all, which is what created the goal. Nothing to do with Gabriel. Like, you're coming up with that. It's like he's been having that take in the back of his pocket. And he waited for us to concede to say that.
That wasn't even. It's not even Gabriel's side. That got attacked. That's literally Saliba's side.
Yeah.
So Gabriel has to literally vacate wherever he was.
Mosquera starts. Another thing. Mosquera starts. and
That
we
doesn't
don't
happen, by the way.
concede.
Yeah. Mascara is faster than Saliba, right?
Yeah, I do know that. But the thing is that Saliba, you threw him in the fire there.
No, but yeah, he's
That's
been
the thing.
out.
You didn't even trust the players that are doing well. Sometimes it's like,
No, it's he's and that's this is what's frustrating.
so now we've started with Marino, and now we're going deeper into the team and seeing how badly Mikel got this wrong. That's why I'm saying it's not coward. It's stupid.
Our squad depth is actually squad depth thing. Like they're cooking right now, bro. Like our squad is amazing. Like Mascara comes in there and he's literally it's like Saliba 2.0. It's insane. And you take him out, that doesn't make any sense. Waneri's coming into games and you can't tell the difference between him and Odegaard. It's like Odegaard when he was playing well.
That's even better.
No, like when Odegaard was playing well. Like
Madueke
is playing is actually like all out, like every single player that we've bought except Norgard, who literally hasn't played because he's been injured, has played better than I thought.
Or this weekend, I bet you.
Yeah,
against
played better than I thought they would have. Like literally every single one, except Eucharist. I thought he was going to do well, and Eze, of course.
Yeah.
But like every single player that we bought,
he's also making a mug out of Eucharist.
Yeah.
Also making a mug out of Eucharist.
Like
because
so
this is what he's supposed to do with Mikel Marino as his 10.
Yeah, he's not going to get. He's not getting any service.
Where's the supply line?
Yes, like,
you see the pass as a mix for the equalizer.
Yeah,
dude, I can easily see Gyökeres on the end of that too. And by the way, he was going for it. If you watch the replay, he was right next to Martinelli in that situation.
Yeah,
Gyökeres.
Yeah.
So like, why does this idea work at all towards us functioning as a team?
Yeah.
And he has the gall to be like, yeah, no, that was the best possible lineup that I could have played.
I don't think he believes that. I think he's.
I want to find that. I want to go back to his. I'm gonna go again. You keep talking.
Oh, don't find it, please. I want
to quote his quote. You don't want to get upset, okay?
Because I stopped. You know, the angriest I have ever gotten with Arteta, like the anger, and this is why I don't really.
This was
for me. This for me personally, against when we lost against PSG, and he said we were the better team, and because of XG or whatever, that's when I stopped kind of listening to his post-interview stuff.
All right.
So I really don't.
Here it is. No, I do want to say just for the list for the viewers. Cal, you can close your ears. So this goes on. Those halftime substitution was an admission that the team selection wasn't right. He says, this is his quote: "It's too easy to say that. I think it's very clear what we wanted to do, and we started the game very well." Okay. I think we completely dominated, which I think there is a little bit of truth to that. I think that after they scored the goal, doing absolutely nothing before that, we were a bit shaky for 5 or 7 minutes. And after that, we got a grip on the game again and started to dominate. And the second half, it was a continuation of that with one different player and then with two or three different players. On the starting 11 or safety first, he goes, I'll leave that to you. But for me, it's a lot of attacking players in that team. But what was the thing about Mikel Marino? Because there was what was the one? I'm thinking about on his thinking behind the starting midfield. Here's the quote. Because I thought it was the best one to start the game. Nobody asked me about the midfield three in Bilbao.
We all did. Dude, that midfield three didn't win you anything at Bilbao.
No, wait, Cal, something's up with your video.
Yeah, I'm just my camera ran out of charge. Just plugged it in.
Yeah, that's the quote.
Yeah,
that's the quote.
Like the midfield three against Bilbao didn't work. You won because you subbed in Trossard and
Marino was not playing in the 10 against Bilbao.
Was he playing as?
No, it was Marino, Zubimendi, and then we had who did we have in the 10 that day? No, I'm thinking about Forest, not Bilbao. Oh no, he was Marino in the 10 against Bilbao, right?
Yeah,
against Forest. And I'm sorry, that's what I meant by the way, the best day we had the best balance we had with Calafiori in it was Forest, not Bilbao.
Yep.
When you had Calafiori able to, because Marino naturally drifts forward, vacating the the space for Calafiore to kind of
Yeah.
be the 8 from the left
Yeah.
back. So
He also, I'm surprised he hasn't been playing when MLS more as well. But anyway,
no, sorry, I can literally confuse everybody for literally things I said earlier today. I was talking about
Yeah.
Nottingham Forest, not Bilbao, but yeah.
yeah,
And with
Yeah.
the Madueke thing, that was Bilbao, not Leeds. All right, we've clarified it all. Anyway,
Yeah.
but yeah, look, like the thing goes, because I thought that was the best one to start the game. How? The best?
he doesn't believe that. I don't think if he believes that, he's insane. I think if he thought it was the best, he would have kept it on. I mean, obviously, you think it's the best when you start the game. You're not going to put out a squad that you think is wrong, but you don't. You actually think at the end of the day, I don't know why they even ask him these questions. He's never going to say, "Yeah, that midfield 3 is kind of dead. I should have started something else." He's not going to do that
Because he's
always
going to be insulting.
He's never going to throw any player under the bus. He's never going to say that doesn't work. But if we see it, if we see it again, it's we're finished. By the way, because I'm sorry to get hyperbolic.
Newcastle this weekend.
I'm sorry to get hyperbolic. But
yeah,
if this is the third time it hasn't worked, if he's trying this shit again, I can't say he's not going to change it.
No, but not just that, Cal. That first 10 minutes of the second half when Saka and Eze, should I even forget? I'm saying 10 minutes. I'm being nice. Instantly.
No, instantly was a change. They were pinned in from the very start.
So how could you see the evidence of that? He finally went for it. This is what I'm saying when people tell me, "Oh, Arsenal's not clinical." We're not clinical because we don't have the right players in the right positions or in at
the right times. To be honest,
the only reason the first time ever, Eze and Saka in the same team together, and they're playing off of each other.
Yeah.
And City could not contain us. That's why Haaland comes off. I know the guy on your show, Nobbin, said, "Oh, because he's tired and they played midweek." No, from my point of view, watching the game, Haaland comes off because he knows that Arsenal wins the game if otherwise.
Yeah,
but he needs the extra help because Saka and Eze were absolutely picking apart if he doesn't put all those players in the.
To be honest, and it's if we start the City went back into a shell because they had a lead and they did 2 banks of 5. If that was regular game state 0-0 at the start of the game, we score. I'm telling you, we score.
I think we score before Haaland scores, by the way. You see the impact that we had? You're coming right off the kickoff, right? Plays you just on your stretch. You're not really feeling into the game, right?
Yeah.
That Eze shot, for instance, the one that Saka set up, goes in the opening 5 minutes. I swear.
And the thing is, what's so weird to me is why aren't we going super hard attack to start off games? Because we can easily defend a 2-0 lead. We can defend.
That's what we did in the year we challenged them.
But so it's we should be going in.
Cal? You know what's actually funny, Cal? His approach to City away last year, it's the funny because everybody made fun of him because we defended with 10 men. But before 10 men, we were 2-1 up. And how we were 2-1 up? Because we took the game to them. The balance in that game was perfect.
Yeah.
Now we happen to be going down to 10 men, and then that's why we have podcasts like this today.
Yeah.
Because we need to clarify the truth behind what's going on. The whole narrative that Arsenal were defending, what the fuck else are you supposed to do with 10 men or going away to Manchester City? Yeah. You already have a lead to defend. But you're forgetting about the first half, which everything was perfect. You got a screamer from Calafiore at the start. Then we got a second one. I forgot who the goal was because but we got a second one. But it came off of Arsenal, I know, taking it to them away at City. We took it to them.
Yeah. I think we need a complete shift, and this is something that I said.
It's not, but again, it's not necessarily. That's what I just want to clarify because we're coming to the end of the show.
Yeah,
we need to underline this, Cal, and I'm going to ask you the question.
Yep.
Do you think that Arteta was defensive in not forget about the players, the way the game flowed? Do you think he was
he's not
defensive
he's
in
not
the
defensive.
game,
But okay, this is a
or
caveat.
was it the lineup was stupid?
It's not defensive, and the lineup was dumb. But I'm telling you, the reason why the lineup was dumb is because he tried to counter what he thought Pep was going to do, and that is a problem for me personally. He keeps trying to outthink his opponents when he should be imposing his will on games.
This is the
We
truth.
don't need to be like this anymore. We're not sixth, and we need to adapt to our opponents. We're better than all these teams. We need to be imposing our will on games. This is the next step. This is the next level. When you're not that good of a team and you have decent players and you don't have that much squad depth, you need to adapt a lot more than a team that's close to the pinnacle. And that's what our squad looks like right now. We need to be imposing our will on games, because if we keep playing like we aren't the favorites, we're going to keep drawing and losing games. And that's the problem. It's not a defensive thing. He's just trying to outthink. He's trying, oh, what is this guy going to do next? He's going to play like this. Rah, da, 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 da. No, impose your will. This isn't Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. This isn't playing Barcelona and a champion. Like it's just not. This is
We beat them 5-1 last year.
This is a weak Manchester City team. Impose your will on the game. Play your brand of football. Honestly, like I swear to God, I don't know what our style of football looks like yet in the season. I don't know what we really.
I don't know either. I mean, we keep talking about it, how the style of football should be, but we're yet to see it.
I mean,
that is what frustrates. Before I gave him
early in the season, you literally said, "I'm not going to overreact because we haven't seen Eze yet. We haven't seen these players yet. They're gonna play in these next games, and we're gonna see what the team looks like." Unfortunately, Anton, he's let you down. You don't know what it looks like yet.
You took the words out of my mouth. That's why my attitude has changed. This is what, and I was saying to Terry, and he looked at me like this, because I was like, I'm being consistent, but I'm also changing my tune, and that's what I meant by it.
Yeah.
Which is like, I have said, I circled this Man City game. Prove to me that I was right about you at Liverpool, and that I was right about you here. But no, he did not.
No.
This time, I'm sorry. Everybody, I know Madueke got hurt now, but everybody that he had available to him on the bench, other than Odegaard, and by the way, I still don't know if Odegaard is the Odegaard that we really think of him to be.
Yeah,
he had everything he could do. He sees these players on the practice pitch. He should know, like, these are reason why he's bought. I don't know, like, does Andrea Berta consult? I gotta bring Andrea Berta into this, actually, because I just opened another can of worms that I want to speak about.
Yeah,
but does Andrea Berta work alone and go like, "Hey, I want to buy this player, this player, this player," or does he not speak with Arteta and go like,
no.
"Hey, do you have an idea of how you want to use this guy in your team?"
Arteta, I'm going to tell you right now, Arteta is very heavily involved in these signings, and I think.
But then, but it's not
about him. It's not about him anymore. Like, I mean, you'll probably talk about this in another part, but in terms of the restructuring of the board, all that stuff, but Josh becoming more involved.
Here's what I'm going to say, and maybe this is coming close to the end of this, Cal. Right?
Yeah.
And I said this last week on Gunner's Therapy. I think this is what we need to see, right? A lot of fans think, oh, there's no way that Arteta, that even if we go trophy-less, that the board has the goal to sack Arteta.
I don't think so.
The board is restructuring. Look at the tea leaves. And this is the way I feel. And you're saying that Josh is going to become more integral.
Yeah.
This is the way I feel. This is actually literally, if I'm Andrea Berta, and I'm becoming like more of an Andrea Berta, loyal to Andrea Berta than I am to Arteta at this point, because he has proven me that he is he is an ace, that he is amazing at what he does,
And
right?
he's the director of football. He's the guy.
Right. For me, I'd rather have him pulling the strings, and this is why, because he has done everything possible. I can see him knocking on Josh Kroenke's door and being like, "Mr. Kroenke, I have done everything I can to set up this team. I bought this guy all the tools.
Mm.
Can I pick the next manager of Arsenal Football Club?" And
I think it's gonna.
this is what I think is going to happen. This is what I think is
Yeah.
going to happen, right? If he goes, I think that I'm thinking about. I think Diego Simeone is going to be the manager of Arsenal
I don't
because
think.
of the connections. Atletico Madrid. I see it. I go.
But
You know what? He
fell out
knows him.
with
He's got him on speed dial.
But
He-
Berta fell out with Simeone. I'm pretty sure that's part of the reason why why he left.
Okay, maybe then I've just
Yeah,
gone on
yeah,
this-
yeah,
on this
yeah.
tangent and I pulled myself back in.
Yeah, because Berta and Simeone, I think they had a falling out, but I don't think we don't want Simeone. Trust me.
Okay.
We
No,
don't
no,
want.
but anyway,
I think
forget about the Simeone half of what I'm saying. I've given you everything I can half of this.
And the thing is, Josh having a more senior role. First of all, he put his neck on the line by probably spending more than what Papa Stan wanted to spend, because he was integral into us having the transfer window that we did, and his name's attached to the team now. And this is his reputation. He wants to. I think he wants to win. You know,
he wants to. He set out the signal of intent. It's not just that Berta bought 8 players.
Yeah.
Where's the money coming from? The blockage of the Eze signing and the switch up to get Eze tells you all you need to know. Plus the backroom stuff. And I did make a promise that we would talk about Tim Lewis on this podcast. So as we end, we'll talk about Tim Lewis, right?
Yep.
The fact that there's a shakeup in the room tells you that they are ready to take action. The only person left from the previous regime, well, there's 2 people. There's Arteta, and then there's the man he's just promoted. What's his face?
Isn't Garlic still there?
Garlic. Richard Garlic, right? But that's it. Everybody else has changed. He's brought in. Berta's got his own staff now that he works with. Like, if Arteta doesn't win trophies, I actually am more and more feeling. I know it's just become fan opinion, but I'm starting to think this is club opinion, because when they invest so much into somebody, and that person is still not able to deliver,
this window,
then that's the end. Because you hit the nail on the head in your monologue, in your rant there.
Yeah,
Arsenal have the best team in the league, and we behave like we're not. We should be the team that can always have more tricks up their sleeves than anybody else. We can do it, attack in so many different ways. I've seen it. I know we drop points against both these teams, but looking at these teams, they are not as good as you think they are.
Yeah.
Like, Liverpool have yet to win by more than a 1-goal margin all season. They've coughed up 3-goal leads. There's no reason why we can't score at Anfield, boys and girls. There's no reason why we shouldn't be able to do that.
Yep.
Like, there's no reason why we can't score more against City. Like, Tottenham scored 2 at the Etihad against City. Brighton scored 2 against City. Like this is a joke now. You need to understand that you've been given the best squad in the league. You need to behave like that.
He doesn't know.
Otherwise, you will be on the unemployment line. I'm sorry. I love you, Mikel. I do. But now you've seen after a halftime switch that your starting midfield was not the best possible starting midfield.
Yeah. But if he actually honestly believes that he's screwed, I honestly don't think he's going to impose his will on games. I think.
But then we're trophy again.
Oh, I think we might stand a chance in the Champions League, but
that's.
But he's out of his depths and he needs to start.
Play that game though last year. That made me feel very uncomfortable. That I didn't give a shit about the league, and we were resting all of our hopes on the competition we've never won.
Yeah,
that makes me uncomfortable, Cal. I gotta say.
Well, I mean, I want to win the league. And I want, but to be honest with you, the next And this is the thing, right? Even let's say we play like this and we drop heaps of points this half of the season, then we go on an insane run for the second half. I've seen what that looks like.
I think it's totally possible, by the way. So everybody's saying it's over. Well,
No, but
maybe that's a good way for us to transition towards the end of the show.
But for me personally, I've seen what that looks like. We still might fall short.
Right.
Like I want, like, if he gave up on the Havertz thing for that 23-24 season earlier than he did, we would have won the league.
But boom. That Fulham game I brought up, where he starts Partey at right back and Kivior at left.
I watched, that was Christmas Eve, wasn't it?
We also had,
was New Year's Eve, I think.
We went 2-1 up after they had a man sent off in that Fulham game. And we still fucking conceded the equalizer to Paulinho, who now plays for Spurs. Like, we want to talk about Villa, but Villa, we lost 2-0 in that game, right?
Yeah, that was
like, I'm talking about Crystal. I'm talking about, Fulham. You dropped 2 points. That's the difference in the league. One. Oh, you win it by a point. Congratulations.
Yeah, he needs to start imposing himself on these games, like right now. Like right the fuck now. Like I'm actually looking at this next Carabao Cup game. I'm gonna see what he's gonna do. But doesn't matter who he plays, he needs to be imposing his will. And then against on the weekend, I need to see him taking it to Newcastle.
For me, honestly, I keep saying we're almost gonna be at 110 in a second. I think that's when we're gonna wrap up. It's 2 minutes.
Yeah.
This is what I would do as a plan of action for Arsenal. I'm gonna give him maybe up until this international break. And if this behavior continues, I am Andrea Berta, I'm Josh Kroenke, I'm knocking on his office and I'm like, bro, we need to have a conversation. Because we have given you everything and you clearly are showing me you don't know what to do with it. So I'm saying I want this player and this player and this player playing. I bought them. I'm giving him a contract. You're going to play them where they should be played, or you're in trouble, my friend.
I don't think they're going to do that.
But yeah, well, that's what should happen.
The thing is, for me personally, the coach should be the one in charge choosing the team. I don't think.
Of course.
I don't think.
The coach is showing you.
I don't think Berta and Josh should be telling Arteta under any circumstance.
I've seen why I've seen this, because in the NFL, you're talking about Eagles again. I always have to have my Eagles reference. Howie Roseman, the GM of the Eagles, literally sometimes sits in the meetings with the coaching staff.
Oh, really?
Where he's intervened and changed. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I think in football it's different. I think if you don't trust Arteta to set up the team correctly and you're forcing him to play players, time to get rid.
I'm starting to get there. I still believe in him. I want to see him be the manager that gets us over the line.
I haven't given up on him completely yet. Because
I haven't. I mean, to be honest, this is the turning point, though.
I haven't given up.
Second half sample has got to be just like the wake up call. Be like, hey, this is what works. Let's go from it from the start. Let's not have to try to fix it at halftime.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to get into Newcastle, and we're going to have, by the way, this is a good preview for our next show. Yeah. We're going to have, I believe, 2 or 1 Newcastle fan with us, and we're going to preview the game for that. Yeah. And everyone literally get excited for that, because it's going to be an awesome show. Probably the best one we've made so far.
Yeah.
But this Newcastle game now away from home is a chance for Arteta to show that he's different, because this is a team that we've struggled against, especially there, to break them down, and that we've lost to them. We lost to them 3 out of 4 times last season.
Well, wasn't it 4 out of 4 times?
No, we beat them on the last one. We need to when Rice scored.
Yes. Yeah.
So, but we need to go be like, hey, Eze, Saka, let's start them up together. I don't even care if Trossard starts on the left, to be honest. I don't mind. But to me, Eze, Nwaneri, Saka should be it. But if he doesn't trust Ethan yet, I'm happy with Trossard on the left. Go with that minimum.
Yeah, and we'll get into it. But yeah, I think his.
No, but I won't be able to get into how we want to set up, because we're going to get too much into arguments with those two, right?
Yeah.
So this is more like how I feel like my message to Arteta, which is like, bro, you need to come up with 3 points there. Like I hear people saying, "Oh, is that make Newcastle must win?" Here, I got news for you, folks. Every game when you're going for the title is must win. There's no such thing. Every
Oh,
game is must win.
I don't think away at Liverpool was a must-win game. I thought I
Yeah,
didn't even.
draw because it's Liverpool you're
Yeah,
playing.
but because of for me personally, it's not necessarily the points at this stage. It's the way we play. Like what we're doing
Yeah,
in these
change the
games.
vibes. We were
Yeah,
all fucking excited, as Curtis said in his video.
yeah,
We were all excited. We were like, let it all work. Like, we're all think about fans in the stadium, right? We all go to the Emirates to watch Eze. We don't go to the Emirates to watch Marino.
yeah. But yeah, if he if we play stale football and lose the game or draw the game against Newcastle, I'm probably gonna give up on the league personally. Because I don't think at this point, if he doesn't
Yeah,
make a
I'm
change
about
right
to
now,
be.
he's
Yeah,
gonna do it for at least another couple. He's probably gonna do it for another 4 or 5
yeah.
games,
This is
and
the
then
fork in
change.
the road. Would you agree? This week
Yeah,
is the fork in
yeah,
the road.
yeah. If he's still doing this, I think he's gonna do it until December, and then maybe switch it up in January when it's too late.
Yep. Well, on that note, guys, that was our Man City against Arsenal reaction. It was
Bit of a
very
rant.
very emotional, a bit of a rant. You know, been two days of pent up frustration in terms of this. It's because we know that both me and Cal agree, and when we go together on shared shows, we also seem to back each other up and agree on it as well. When we go on to the terrace, that this
Yep.
team is very very talented.
Yes.
But why we're upset right now is because we're not taking advantage of that talent.
Yep.
And so yeah, quickly we'll wrap up here. We'll just quick prediction. Actually, I want to hear two things: an 11 for you for Port Vale and a prediction.
Okay, 11. Left back, Lewis Skelly. I want to see Nkapie. Yeah, maybe we play Lewis Skelly and Nkapie as a left center back. Then Mascara. Is Timber fit or is he? I mean, is
Ben White. Ben White was on the bench the other day. He's on the white
okay.
bench against Bilbao too. So
Okay, Ben White. In the midfield, we're probably I'd go Norgard. Um, who else do we have? Well, I definitely play Waneri. Not we're not. I don't want to see Marino and
who
Norgard.
plays? I feel like one of them. I feel like it's going to be Rice. I feel like Rice. Anyway, but this is your 11. But
To be honest, actually, I wouldn't mind Calafiori as a left center back and put
Nkapie on
the left
the
and
left.
put Lewis Skelly in the left 8.
Mm.
So Lewis Skelly, Norgard.
Okay, this will not happen under Mikel
Yeah,
Arteta, but
yeah, it won't.
I
This is what
definitely
I
get
would do.
your strategy. Yeah,
Yeah. Because Lewis Skelly left 8. Because I want to see him do that. I mean, if you're not going to do it here, when you're going to do it, right? Lewis Skelly, Waneri, Norgard. On the left hand side, I'd start Trossard. On the right, I'd start Max. Going down the middle, I would start Martinelli just to see what he does, what he plays like. This would be a highly experimental game. I'm just experimenting with everything. I just want to see what these guys are capable of.
yeah. So and then what would be your scoreline? And remember who we're playing. We're playing Port Vale.
Yeah,
so
we could
creative.
that scoreline.
Well,
That team is very experimental. But I'd still think we beat them like a 3-0.
okay. This is my lineup: Kepa in goal. By the way, you never name your keeper, but I'm guessing that's
I
Kepa
put
for you
Kepa as
too.
well. Kepa as well.
Kepa in goal. I love that you're thinking, but I'm thinking keep it a little bit more realistic.
Yep.
I think Lewis Skelly at left back, Nkapie at left center back, Mosquera right center back, Ben White right back. I think we agree on that. I think Christian Norgard. See, Marino is for me the obvious one. Actually, you know what? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put Eze in the left 10 because he played only a half. I'm put Eze in the left 8 and put Ethan in the because we're playing Port Vale. If you're fucking setting up to be you know
Defensive.
at all, I mean, come on, we're playing
we
Port
don't need,
Vale.
we don't need to
I've got,
DM.
I've got Eze on the left 8. I've got Waneri on the right 8, and then I'm gonna go. I like the what you've got here. I got Trossard, Martinelli, Dowman.
Yep. And you have Norgard as your 6.
Did I say no? Yeah, Norgard is my 6.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually like that as well. I think that's good. That's way more realistic than what I did.
Yeah. I think you forgot about the Eze part because it's just like, why do we need a defensive cover? I know he's gonna do it.
Oh, it's
gonna be Mikel Moreno up front, by the way.
Yeah, it's gonna be Mikel Moreno up front. And I wanted MLS.
MLS got to play, by the way. He's got no starts so far this season.
Yeah, I want to see because I want to see Nkapie on the left, and I still want to see MLS in the team. I put MLS as the 8.
Nkapie is in this situation though. You want to rest Gabriel and
no. That's why I said that's
the
why.
The other thing you could do is put Calafiori, as you said, in at left back.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said I put Nkapie, left back. Then I put Calafiori as the center back, so he doesn't run around like a headless chicken. Mosquera, as right center back, and Ben White.
Yeah, the other day as well, he's got some of these players need to like integrate, just focus more on being able to understand each other better in a game where where the opponent is really easy. It's like when you go to the gym, you have to, sometimes you go to the gym and you're working on your form, and sometimes you're trying to work to lift really, really heavy weights.
Yeah.
This is one of those times when you go and you got nothing on the bar and you're just focusing on your form.
Yep.
Yep. So that's why I put Eze in there, because I think it's crucial that Eze builds a chemistry with other players in this team.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But anyway,
guys, we are going 10 minutes, or actually almost 20 minutes ahead of when we wanted to. That always happens with me and Cal because we enjoy this talk. And guys, we will see you guys again. I will plug it again one more time. We have a big Thunderdome debut. Us and the Newcastle boys, or boy. We'll see. I'm expecting boys.
Yeah.
To be honest, both of them seem pretty clean, so I'm expecting boys. But until then, guys, take care, guys. Anton and Cal out.
Like, subscribe.
Like and subscribe. That's right. And by the way, you see our at the bottom of our names. Go subscribe to our individual channels. Subscribe to CalGunner. By the way, Cal has literally revamped all of his all of his graphics and his thumbnails and his logo. So he's got all fresh new look, guys. Big up to Cal. You see what Cal is all about. Got more of that on his channel, and go check out HotSport, guys. This weekend we're going to go back to our regular lists, and yes, I'm going to give you a bit of an exclusive. My manager under pressure this week is none other than Mikel Arteta.
Yeah.
With that, we are off. Take care.
See ya.